So, you want to know how to become a big tech billionaire? Let's get something straight right away. This isn't about winning the lottery, inheriting a fortune, or waiting for luck to knock on your door. The people we call tech titans, Musk, Bezos, Gates, Zuckerberg, Jobs, they didn't stumble into billions. They built them. And if there's one thing their stories teach us, it's that becoming a tech billionaire follows a recognizable, if brutal, pattern. The first rule: see the future before anyone else does. Bill Gates didn't just code, he recognized that software, not hardware, would run the world. Steve Jobs didn't just design gadgets, he understood that technology was about experiences, not circuits. Jeff Bezos looked at the messy, clunky early internet and thought, what if I sold everything here? Elon Musk? He stared at the fossil fuel economy and imagined rockets and electric cars. Mark Zuckerberg spotted a generation desperate to connect online and gave them Facebook before anyone else could. The key wasn't building what existed, it was building what the world would need next. The second rule: bet everything. Musk poured the last of his PayPal fortune into Tesla and SpaceX, risking bankruptcy not once, but multiple times. Bezos worked from his garage, betting on an internet no one trusted yet. Jobs gambled Apple's entire future on a single device, the iPhone. These weren't calculated little steps. They were leaps across an abyss, with no safety net. And that leads us to the third rule: disrupt, don't improve. If you want to join the Billionaire Club, you don't make something 10% better. You make the old system obsolete. Microsoft crushed competitors by controlling the operating system itself. Amazon didn't just sell books, it rewired global commerce. Facebook didn't invent friendship, it reinvented social life. Each empire wasn't built by competing politely, it was built by breaking the rules and rewriting the game. But vision and risk alone aren't enough. Timing matters. Lots of smart people had good ideas. But the billionaires? They hit the moment when society was ready. Too early, and the world ignores you. Too late, and someone else eats your lunch. Bezos launched Amazon just as internet adoption exploded. Zuckerberg rolled out Facebook at the exact time campuses craved digital connection. Jobs released the iPhone the moment we were ready to carry the internet in our pockets. Timing isn't luck, it's perception sharpened into instinct. Of course, the story doesn't end with the first big idea. That's just the spark. The real wealth comes from scaling, taking one small fire and turning it into a global blaze. Amazon didn't stay in a garage, it became the infrastructure of the internet. Microsoft went from floppy disks to licensing across the globe. Facebook transformed into Meta, pulling billions into its orbit. Scaling isn't glamorous, it's ruthless. Hiring, firing, fundraising, acquisitions, expansion is war, and only those who endure it reach the billionaire summit. But here's the truth, most motivational posters won't tell you. Behind every success, there's sacrifice. Musk slept on factory floors. Jobs was forced out of his own company before clawing his way back. Bezos worked through years of losses when Wall Street thought Amazon was a joke. Gates was called a monopolist. Zuckerberg, a manipulator. To play at this level, you don't just pay in sweat, you pay in reputation, relationships, even sanity. So if you're dreaming of becoming the next big tech billionaire, understand this. It's not just about money, it's about vision so clear it borders on obsession. It's about risk so high it could ruin you. And it's about disruption so fierce the world has no choice but to follow. So what separates the billionaires from the countless entrepreneurs who burn out? It isn't just brains. Plenty of brilliant minds never make it past the garage. The secret weapon is mindset, a dangerous mix of obsession, adaptability, and relentless ambition. Take Elon Musk. For him, failure isn't a dead end, it's data. Rockets explode, learn, rebuild, launch again. Factories miss deadlines, sleep on the floor until they don't. Jeff Bezos drilled this philosophy into Amazon. Experiment relentlessly. Accept failures because one success can pay for 1,000 mistakes. That's not optimism, it's strategy. The billionaire mindset doesn't fear risk, it feeds on it. But mindset also means control. Bill Gates wasn't just a coder, he was a tactician. He locked Microsoft into every computer sold, making Windows unavoidable. Zuckerberg wasn't just a programmer, he was ruthless, crushing competitors or buying them out before they grew too big. Behind every fortune is the willingness to play hardball, sometimes controversially, often uncomfortably. And here's another uncomfortable truth. Controversy comes with the territory. Billionaires are idolized and demonized in equal measure. Gates faced antitrust lawsuits. Bezos is accused of treating workers like cogs. Zuckerberg is grilled over privacy scandals. Musk is praised as a visionary one moment, roasted as reckless the next. You can't build $1 trillion empire without making enemies. If you want universal approval, you won't survive in big tech. Yet through the storms, these founders share a constant trait: global vision. They didn't stop at enough. They wanted everything. Amazon didn't settle for books. It went after retail, cloud computing, groceries, entertainment. Apple didn't stop at computers. It invaded music, phones, wearables, even Hollywood. Musk doesn't just want to sell cars, he wants to colonize Mars. The billionaire mindset is allergic to limits. Where others see a market, they see a universe. Now, here's where it gets real. Building billions demands sacrifice. Family, health, relationships, often put on the altar of ambition. Jobs was notorious for being impossible to work with. Bezos's marriage collapsed after decades of empire building. Musk juggles companies at the cost of a personal life constantly under a microscope. The lesson isn't that you must lose everything, but that extraordinary wealth often demands extraordinary trade-offs. Are you willing to pay that price? But don't mistake this as a closed club. The playbook is evolving. Today, opportunities are broader than ever. AI, biotech, renewable energy, space exploration, fields wide open for the next wave of billionaires. The same ingredients apply: innovation, disruption, scaling, vision. The tools are cheaper, the networks larger, the speed of growth faster. A teenager can launch an app from a bedroom and scale globally in months. The ladder to billions still exists, but it climbs higher and faster than ever before. So how do you take this playbook and make it real? Start small, but think big. Obsess over solving problems others ignore. Build for tomorrow, not today. Don't just enter markets, reshape them. Accept risk as the entry fee and timing as the game changer. Above all, commit to scaling beyond borders. Because in the end, that's what separates dreamers from tech billionaires. The relentless push to turn bold visions into empires the world can't live without. And maybe you won't become the next Musk or Bezos. But if you can think like them, act like them, and endure like them, you'll already be operating in a league most people never reach. This isn't just about chasing money. It's about reshaping reality. That's the billionaire mindset. And the only question left is, what world will you build?